My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
All right, today is April 21st, 2026. It is 12:18 p.m. All right, so I've added to the list since this morning. There's a lot to talk about or to share with you. So let's go on X. We're going to start with this. This was on the list. I freaking missed it. It's when I'm putting the timestamp and I realized it wasn't on it. All right, let's start a campaign. Free Aussie. That's the dog. When Harry and Meghan were in Australia, this lady was pushing the stroller of the dog, and I think they asked her a question like, are you a fan of Harry and Meghan? And the person said, no, she's not a fan, but for some reason, the dog wanted to see Harry and Meghan. So this is what the squad is saying here.
Not a fan.
Not a fan?
Not a fan. Not really, no. No. She wanted to meet them.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, thanks very much.
Let's start a campaign. All right, there's this. I felt like I did it already, but I didn't see it in the video. All right, laughing my ass off. Poor thing. He or she knew our fave was in town and dragged the lady to see Harry and Meghan. The squad are just laughing. All right, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Meghan Aussie lightbulb. Okay, so the squad are talking about I believe this is the mental aspect of things. I didn't even read the thing the moment that I saw this, and I knew I should put on the list. Okay, a light bulb moment for me during Harry and Meghan's visit to Australia was listening to Meghan speak about being bullied every day for 10 years, and her stating that it will never stop because abusing her is a multi-billion-dollar business. This literally brought tears to my eyes, and then it made me cry. What this means is we too have to be clear that this abuse of Meghan will never stop, and we need to plan for the long haul. We can't rely on traditional media to tell the truth. That's on us now. So we have to become journalists, commentators, and reporters ourselves because we are the only people who will tell the truth. Yeah, I've been saying this. They are literally, the UK media is, their mindset is like the Stone Age, but they're using modern technology to continue their nonsense and not realizing that people, the squad, the moment they do their nonsense, there's a pushback. So it's one of those, like they tell Harry, you either all in or all out, no 50-50. You cannot be in support of those monsters out there. The MAGAs, the British media and the royal family and all of them, they're all on the same page. They use the same tactic. They have the same mindset. It's just different branch of things to make people's life a living hell. Whether it's a blog, Substack, YouTube, this platform, or something else, we each have a role to play, not just in pushing back, but in proactively getting the truth out there. What I've been saying about my channel. Okay, I think even in this morning video, I think I said something like, I think when I was talking about the new subscribers and things like that, even though I'm not doing anything spectacularly, I'm just sharing the tweets with you guys because some people, some squaddies don't want to be on Twitter because mentally they cannot deal with the negativity. So I go on Twitter, shuffle through that to the barrage of tweets. There's a lot of negativity. So you just have to shuffle through it and follow the right people. You'll get good information. So sharing those tweet with people who don't want to be on Twitter, it's my small, the raindrop part of not, of shedding light to things. And you cannot be 50-50 on this thing. You all in or all out. The same way they told Harry. Okay? Because you cannot be in support of those deranged people, all right? And then to think that you're going to be a Harry and Meghan supporter. Because the things that these people are saying or doing and everything else with their whole being is just uncalled for. It's barbaric. You cannot be in support of these people. All right? And the thing is that we know it exists. We know they create multiple accounts to spread lies. So, we sort of have an idea. Who knows? They might transform themselves onto something else. Until we know, we share what we know, and then we identify the problem and then continue the positivity. Being a Sussex supporter is not for the faint-hearted. Exactly. We're up against a hate machine that is relentless and well-financed, and we know by whom. But we made a sterner stuff, and we can do this. The mission continues. Yeah, this is why I said Harry knew. Okay, during the Santa Bali thing, he knew he cannot do this by himself.
That I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. I was born into this life, and it is a great honour to serve my country and the Queen. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us.
However, the things that affect him personally, he's doing his part to deal with it, and at the same time shed light to the monstrous of things that's after them. All right, so let's listen to this and read some of the comments and then move on.
For now 10 years, every day for 10 years, I've been bullied and attacked. And I was the most trolled person in the entire world, man or woman. I'm still here. And so when I think of all of you and what you're experiencing, I think so much of that is having to realize that, that industry, that billion-dollar industry that is completely anchored and predicated on cruelty to get clicks, that's not going to change.
Very sad.
So you have to be stronger than that. And a friend of mine gave me a little bag that had a quote on it that I had put on. And I look at it every single day. And I would share it with you because sometimes I can imagine as you talk about depression or anxiety or a willingness or lack of appetite to even want to get out of bed or keep going, that this is the quote that it says, and I think it's important that you remember, because I try to as well. My wish for you is that you continue to be who and how you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness, and to allow humor to lighten the burden of your tender heart. And that's my wish for all of you as well. And you can do it together. And I'm not gonna say it's easy. I will personally tell you it is not easy, but you can do it. And my wish for all of you is to just continue.
All right, so while I was listening to her, I made some changes. This video is gonna be somewhat short. It's gonna be 5 tweets only. After this, I'm gonna have JTB and 2 tweets regarding Prince Harry. Very well said. The mission continues. The one thing is, she also said people need to not forward, post, or bring attention to the really bad or hateful stuff. Harry has said that too, because the number of clicks on it, even with defense, is actually making it worse. Not bringing more eyes is what they want. Show joy. Sometimes it's necessary to fight with fire. Yeah. And I know there are times I don't get a chance to read everything on the tweets when I put on my community board, when I take screenshot. But sometimes it's necessary to know what they are saying. I understand what Harry and Meghan are saying and what this tweet is saying. But sometimes you need to know what they are saying so you could be prepared with, your pushback and things like that. That doesn't mean you have to click on their article because that brings money. Screenshot. Okay, people usually do archive version of those articles. So there are time I share especially the Rangers in the UK, the Royal Rats. I will share the archive version of that particular tweet, or not tweets, articles. So I don't know. Like she said here, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. I said the same thing when Sussex Squad, was that SSP1 folded. What's SSP1? Okay, I'm not sure what it stands. I don't know if the 2S stand for Sussex Squad. But anyway, I said the same thing when SSP1 folded. It's okay to leave. People are busy and have lives to live. But don't say, quote, it's time to pack up. Harry and Meghan are free. Harry and Meghan's successes will always be matched by the level of the virtual and giving Kate inadequacies. All KP has is hate. Yeah, it's very sad. Exactly. Absolutely. That's my only purpose here. Yeah, I went on Twitter because of them. Okay, I've had my original Twitter page since 2009 and I never went on it. It's until maybe 2019, 2020 I went on it and I had a hard time getting back into my account. And then I create this PYTE. Absolutely, that's my only purpose here. Whenever, wherever I see the lie, I correct it. Some believe in blocking. They are necessary as well. It cuts down to exposure. But I answer with truth, logic, and clean, grammatically correct English with documentation. Well, sometimes the grammar, I think when you're on social media, okay. If you're on social media just joking around or do things like this, I could understand misspelling, because unless if you're paying for Twitter, then they give you unlimited character. You could type your thing. But me, I'm there for free. I don't plan on paying for Twitter. And I usually, my grammar sometimes is out of this world. Even the letters. For instance, if I'm typing TO or TOO, I'll just put the number 2 because I don't have enough character to express all of my thought. Instead of spending extra character on wording, I'll just put the number that represent the word. Let's say 4, F-O-R, or F, when you're writing numbers below 10, you should type it. But on Twitter, hey, I'll put the number 4. Anyway, that's a different story. And that's equally valid. There's that. Everybody have their own strength. That's the thing here. Whatever your strength is or what you care about, use it. But if you're going to jump on the bandwagon on being negativity, then your purpose no longer needed on the Sussex Squad. If you have anything positive to say, whichever way you could share the positivity, whether correcting people who's doing misinformation and things like that, that's your specialty. There is no requirement, okay, to spread positivity. As long you're saying the truth, tell your truth. Do the dragging, like this comment said, you fight fire with fire. Some squaddies can do that. If, the other's starting with the fire and you have the capability of throwing your own fire back at them, hey, if that's your specialty, your strength, hey, you could handle it, do what you gotta do. There's no blueprint how you can do it. Even Meghan cannot stop the Sussex Squad. So who am I to tell people how to navigate or how to operate on social media? All right. Whatever is here, that's it. So true. That's why even when I'm over the noise, I will still be sharing and doing the most, because it will never stop. And I for sure feel that responsibility, for lack of a better word, to keep uplifting her. I couldn't agree more. I find myself constantly writing rebuttal comments across social media just to be, when people are scrolling, they see pushback. There's the clap here. Well said. Okay, everybody have their own strength. Like I've said, there are so many people in the Sussex Squad. They may not even call themselves Sussex Squad. They just want to do the positive, the right thing. All right. They are in range of profession. But the thing is that they don't want to jump on the bandwagon of negativity that fuel these people. There's a video, a tweet that I saw. But I think Israel went somewhere in Europe saying if they don't support Israel or else. All right. Sometimes you have to have the backbone to stand up to mediocrity, stupidity. These people just going around and bombing people and all of that. I've said in the past, what they were waiting for was the United States, and they got it. And then the people in the United States who's doing the pushback should continue doing the pushback. The MAGAs who see the light should recognize the light and the barbaric thing that's going on, what the stupidity of vote have caused the world, innocent people. Oh my God, so much to say. All right, let's go into JTB here. I almost skipped her. JTB, and I have two more that has to do with Harry and Meghan. Mostly Prince Harry. So I'm not sure who this... Okay. He looks familiar. Someone had shared his thing before, but I don't know. All right. Link Lauren lags on Med every day and call it commentary. It's not. It's projection, a dry spell, and a hairline trying to distance itself. Okay, let's listen.
And they're really not royals. They have no reason to be there. And of course, they are filming everything. In my opinion, they are going to probably sell this footage, Harry and Meghan, to another streaming company because Netflix no longer cares about them. Ted Sarandos at Netflix does not want to work with them anymore. But they're down in Australia. They're probably filming everything. And then they're going to put it together like a special.
Link Lauren, Maggot Malfoy. I'm going to hold your hand in a hazmat suit and tell you something everybody notices. Being a walking celibacy pledge isn't cute. You need to get some dick stat.
Oh shit.
You are entirely too angry for someone who is clearly not getting any. It's giving certified zero body count energy. This level of outrage over Harry and Meghan's highly successful Australian trip? Your love life must be in airplane mode. Like it's a full-on drought. A severe one. Every time it's the same thing. Pressed. Acting like the world personally rejected you. Perpetually unselected. Ghosted by intimacy itself. And I'm watching your video and I'm like, oh, this makes sense now. Nobody, and I mean nobody, who is even remotely satisfied in life is this committed to whining about Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Unless they're stuck in demo mode. That's displaced frustration. I'm sure the constant rejection is hard, but keep trying. And while we're here, can we talk about the visuals? Because the energy is one thing, it's giving untouched like a museum exhibit. But the hairline, oh girl, it's clocking out. It's not even receding at this point, it's evacuating. It's filing paperwork. It's packing bags. It said, I can't be attached to anyone who's been romance-free from birth. Imagine having to sit there day by day while you crash out over Meghan like it's a personal vendetta. I'd leave too. Immediately. No notice. Because the math is mathing. The louder you get, the further back it goes. And at this rate, by next quarter, it's going to be watching your videos from the back row. So before you hit record again, maybe handle what needs to be handled. You're coming across like a man who is deeply, profoundly unsatisfied. In every sense of the word. And it's showing from the front all the way to the back. And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more.
I mean, why they keep on saying they're not royal? Harry will always be royal till the day he die. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's wrong with these people. I adore you. And this is what I'm saying. Each one of us has a different strength. He scroll to media, social media and see these things. I'm not that type. These people, I don't even know them. I don't even follow them. And even JTB, I didn't even follow until some squaddy started sharing his TikTok videos. And then not too long ago, he joined Twitter or X. Let's see. When did he join? Let me go into his thing and then I'll go back. 2025, last year. Okay, it's after people were sharing his TikTok videos. Then he come on Twitter, and then he create this account 2025, and then I'm following him. But on TikTok, I don't follow him. I'm not on TikTok even. But the key thing here is that everybody have a strength or some things that they are about. Okay, that they care about, that they want to talk about, and they have their own style. That's the thing here. Okay, I could be saying almost the same exact thing as him, but I have my own way of saying it. That's what makes us individual. Maybe the way he said it may not be understood by someone else. Maybe me, of all people, okay, like Martin, for instance, in the UK, he has his own style. So we all have to contribute based on our own way. We cannot just go and copy others and do and expect something. I don't know. But the key thing here, you have your style, your strength. Just do not add to the negativity. All right? I mean, whatever. Okay, I adore you. Read airplane mode. So you don't counter any of his point. You just attack him personally. You are a middle-aged Mexican. Is he Mexican? I don't know. Okay, so there's the negativity. I don't know. All right, fugly little. Okay, I don't know. OMG, brilliant takedown of the bleach blonde bug. Anyway, so that's that. Let's go. There's something I saw about Prince Harry. I don't know if he posted. I haven't had time to go beyond. I need to go to the Sussex.com to see what they posted about their thing. All right, this is the next one. Prince Harry marks 15-year anniversary of the Walking with the Wounded North Pole Expedition 2011. Quote, I was honored to join Walking with the Wounded as expedition patron to the North Pole in 2011. 15 years on, I remain immensely proud. Oh, they have a link. Okay, I was honored to join Walking with the Wounded as expedition patron to the North Pole in 2011. Was it that where he was explaining, was it in his book about his winner was frozen or something like that? Oh my God. Anyway, let's continue. The veteran march across the ice served as a powerful reminder of the tenacity and courage of those who serve and who've been injured in the line of duty. 15 years on, I remain immensely proud of what these guys accomplished with WWTW and Walking with the Wounded. This incredible expedition helped change public perception at such a crucial time. It shone a light on the importance of supporting those who serve, and it encouraged thousands more veterans to speak up and come forward. It's always a privilege to stand alongside the veteran community and to support the vital work of Walking with the Wounded. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. There's the picture of him. There he is here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's it. All right, there's another one that's talking about Harry, the same topic, and then that'll be it. And then I'm gonna do another video from what I left this morning. I didn't get a chance to record. Okay, it started here. Okay, it's always a privilege to stand alongside the veteran community and to support the vital work of Walking with the Wounded. Okay, Walking with the Wounded. That's what WWTW stand for. All right, so 1 minute and 21 seconds. Let's listen. Screenshot.
Incredibly admirable. So you not only have you smashed it in your own lives, but you've created openings, pathways, and opportunities and experiences for so many others.
On the map, we are now a genuinely brilliant charity supporting the most vulnerable veterans, and we've obviously moved on from physical injury, but this year we support just shy of 3,000 veterans across the UK.
They still have the capacity to do great things, and I think we were really delighted to give the platform to do that. And to be honest, credit to, and I often talk about this when asked about Walking with the Wounded, one of the things I've found about the North Pole trip particularly is that every single person on the North Pole trip, post that trip, has gone on to do amazing things. I think that's outstanding. It just proves, as I think, this is Parker's words, not mine, that there is life after disaster or life after injury, which is good and full and fun, and you can do great things. And I think we were very lucky to showcase that. I think to Disco's point,
as I'm listening to him, what came to mind when Harry was talking about journalism, where there's some journalists who's risking their life their lives to do good things, to shed light to the stories that's happening, and there are some who's destroying it.
What I really, really don't like, and what I find hard to make peace with, is that there are some people on one end of the spectrum who are sitting behind their keyboards writing dangerous or defamatory headlines, knowing that it's going to work as clickbait because any context in the rest of the article protects them and there's nothing you can do about it. And at the other end of the spectrum, you have Nobel Prize winners like Maria Ressa, who's literally putting her life on the line, and war correspondents who again are putting their lives on the line to bring us the truth. So that, to me, is the spectrum. And my life has been covered by this end of the spectrum, which I will be damned if those journalists are going to ruin journalism for everybody else because we depend on it so much.
It reminds me of what's happening now, okay? You have Trump and Israel creating unnecessary wars, and these wars bring people injured and sometimes their entire life. And then you have people like Harry and other groups who's trying to help those soldiers to get back on their feet whichever way possible, get their mind and body in sync once again. So this is what that remind me as I'm listening to that. Okay, I'll put the clip. I think I have it, where Harry was talking about the journalism type of things, where some group are trying to do it the right way, and there's some who's sabotage journalism. All right, so it was under this. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, reflect on 15 years since working with the wounded North Pole expedition. The expedition helped to shine a light on the importance of supporting those who serve, and it encouraged those who need support to speak up and come forward. All right, so
That'd be admirable.
All right, it's always a privilege to stand alongside. Okay, I read that already. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, the next video that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with this tweet. That's where I was supposed to start, but I added all the others. We're gonna start with that. The squad are talking about it. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. are all in this together. And if I may speak personally,